Hello, and today we will continue with Heart of Amethyst. Once I'm done eating, I will return to my room to take a break. There I see Almond standing by the desk, checking up my stuff. He's shirtless for some reason. Ah, there you are. I figured you would come back, so I waited here. Hope you don't mind. He greets me with a smile on his face. His fur is a little messy, and he looks out of breath. No, it's fine. Did you? Did you just get here? Yeah, about a minute or so. That's odd. I didn't see him on my way here. Did he get past me without me noticing? No way. There's only one staircase that leads out here. If he had gone through here, I would have smelled his scent, which is quite strong, I must say. How? Didn't see you climbing the stairs. Oh, I needed a workout, so I climbed through the window. No big deal, mate. I waited for the joke to land, but he seems dead serious about this one. We're like very high. If you don't believe me, I can jump and climb again. He says with a cheeky grin, which for some reason makes me blush like a fool. It reminds me a lot of the overconfidence Hugo used to have. No, it's okay. Doesn't matter. Why are you here? Didn't Achilles tell you we're having bow practice? What? But I don't know how to use a bow. Well, duh, that's why I'm going to teach you, mate. Don't fret. I've been told I'm a good teacher. He's Mexican, making me feel all nervous once more. I'm not sure if he intends to do that or not, but if he does, then he's doing a great job. Anyway, come, we need to go to the practice yard. Wait, we're going right now? Yeah, no time to waste, little buddy. As I'm being dragged out of my room, I take a last glance to my very comfortable bed. I'll be back, I swear it. The sun's burning bright outside. In the horizon, there is nothing but endless water. The lake has always seemed big, but taking a look at it while being surrounded by it, well, it gives you a whole different perspective. Almond is a few feet away, setting up some targets around the field. I had separated myself from him a while ago, as I wanted to explore the courtyard by myself. This is my first time being here after all. The whole area is really huge. I say you could easily fit 10 houses in here, if not more. The more I look at it, the more I feel like all of this is a dream. What are you looking at? He scares the shit out of me, making me jump like a little kitten. See, the fact that he can approach me like that scares me a little. I didn't notice his presence at all. I was just looking around. Beautiful, isn't it? This has to be my favorite place in the whole castle for sure. He leans beside me and looks towards the lake, a smile on his face. Anyway, ready for your bow practice? I'm done with the preparations. As ready as I'll be. I sigh, not entirely sure if this is a good idea, as I'll most likely make a fool of myself. Relax, mate. No one is born knowing. That's why I'm here. He pats my back and then walks away. I reluctantly follow him. We'll start simple. See that target over there? He points towards a tree. It was a bullseye. It's hanging from. If I need to take a guess, I would say it's at least 20 feet away from us, maybe more. The target is 30 feet from this line exactly. There's a line marked in the dirt, so I'm guessing this is where we will be shooting from. It may look hard at first, but with enough practice, even a kid could hit it. So I'll demonstrate and you try to follow, okay? Well, if he says that, I might as well give it a try. I nod and he smiles to that. Wait, stand back a little and pay close attention. Wait, stand back a little and pay close attention. He winks back to me, clearly confident about his skill. Huh? Isn't this guy full of himself? Anyway, I do as he says and take a few preventive steps away from him. He grabs one of the many bows that he had arranged along with an arrow. As soon as he lifts it up, though, his expression changes. His usual smile fades away, and his eyes have a certain sparkle on them. His whole body tenses up, giving me a full display of his well-toned muscles. And the fact that he is not wearing a shirt doesn't help. See, the more I look, the more I can't help but notice how nice this guy looks. He's clearly a ladies' killer. As I check him out, my eyes eventually dart towards the line of fur leading to his. Stop, nasty thoughts, away. This is not the time to be thinking with the lower head. That aside, I can also notice that he's barely breathing. His eyes are fixated in the target. And then, he releases the arrow, which impacts perfectly on the middle of the target. Armand has a cocky smile, clearly proud of hitting the target so perfectly. See, it's easy. Yeah, maybe for you. I will reply, making him chuckle. He handles me his bow and gives me another arrow while smiling. It's quite comforting, I'll give him that, but I'm still not feeling like it. You'll never know if you don't try it. Show me what you got. I sigh as he pushes me forward. I stand as straight as I can, firmly holding the bow in my hand. I then place the arrow in the middle and instinctively close my left eye. Meanwhile, Armand is just standing there, checking me out from top to bottom, probably evaluating how bad my stance is. I pay him no mind as I'm trying to focus really hard on how to make this. There. I think I got it. Now it's just a matter of... Go ahead, shoot. I almost dropped the bow by accident, as I wasn't expecting him to talk like that. So rude. Give me some time, will you? I'm trying to concentrate. He rolls his eyes, chuckling again. This guy must be having the time of his life seeing me struggle like this. Anyway, I try to focus again, pointing the arrow directly to where I want to go, and then release it. As I expected, after releasing the arrow, it just flew a few feet ahead of us and then landed on the ground. My cheeks turned red, both from embarrassment and frustration. I really thought I had it. Told you it was useless. I don't know what to do. Here, try again. He gives another arrow and pats my back softly. I can't help but tilt my head as I offer him an odd look and a raised eyebrow. Is he really not going to teach me a thing? Armand. Go on, trust me, mate. I'm your teacher, eh? I roll my eyes and do as he says. I hold the bow high and try to concentrate as much as I can. The best idea I have is to try and replicate what I do when picking locks. So I block the sounds from the outside and try to focus on my heartbeat. Keep it steady, Ellie. You got this. It takes me a while, but I find a shooting position that feels comfortable. And as I'm about to shoot, he decides to hold me from the back in a warm embrace, taking me out of my concentration state. His arms wrap around me, one holding my elbow and the other placed on my waist. How can I not? What is this guy thinking? Now I can't concentrate for sure. His hot breath hits my right ear, and his warmth feels oddly comforting. I can easily feel his strong frame as he holds me tight, his muscles being as impressive as they seem to be. I may not be seeing them, but this is better than just looking. And his scent. Being this close to him, I can't help but feel lightheaded. It's really strong, and even if I tried to ignore it, I couldn't. But who am I kidding? I'm not trying to ignore it at all. The smell of this man is intoxicating and addicting, at least to me. He's got not a single lotion on him. Mere natural musk, and not the disgusting type of musk. This one is oddly pleasant. Hold it steady, right there. He speaks slowly and incessantly onto my ear, clearly trying to rile me up. And let's just say he doesn't need to try very hard. Your shoulders and abdomen are way too tense. Relax. Let the bowl be an extension of your arm. I go trying to set my eyes on the target, but it's no use. I can't focus even if my life was on the line. I'm not making you nervous, am I? You're shaking. He's right. I'm currently shaking under his touch. He's got me trapped. And as he notices my lack of words, he lets his hand trail down through my body. His left one goes lower on my belly, approaching a very dangerous spot. This idiot, what the hell is he thinking? If he keeps this up, something else will be tense, and it won't be my shoulders. Maybe I should stop him. Enough! And make him drop the act, forcing him to take a few steps away from me. The arrow is currently sitting on the dirt as I dropped it. Not feeling in the mood for the class anymore. He went too far. I can feel my cheeks burning, but there's no way in hell I'm falling for another jerk. One was more than enough. Besides, this is not a place to be doing something like that. I'm sorry, got a little carried away, didn't I? You think? His cheeks are also fully red, and he seems rather embarrassed by his actions. But what the hell was he thinking? If we get caught, there would definitely be a scandal. Two gay guys doing it in the backyard of the royal castle. I can already see our heads rolling. Anyway, I think that's enough for today, mate. He claps and nervously smiles, taking the bow and the unshot arrow. What? But you didn't even teach me how to shoot properly. There'll be more chances to do that, mate. I just wanted to know my student better, and I did, so that's enough for now. His usual demeanor, his usual endeavor returns as if what just happened never actually did. This guy is really weird. Anyway, you should stay here. Next lesson is Roderick's. His face turns sour for a second, but he tries to hide it behind a smile. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll be fine. Just don't let him take advantage of you, okay? Well, that's a bold thing to say coming from him, considering he just groped me all over. I really must go, though. Good luck. He takes a last glance towards the sky before waving his hand and jogging away. Almond enters one of the halls connected to the backyard and vanishes behind a corner. Me, on the other hand, I just lazily walk towards the tree and sit under it. I close my eyes and take a moment to think of what just happened. If Almond was really hitting on me, what am I supposed to do back? I mean, he's quite attractive, but this is far from the ideal situation. I barely know him. Or I'm so confused. I drop on the grass and my eyes soon begin to feel heavy. I know the cons of sleeping in the grass, but I'm way too tired to care. But up, I hear a muffled voice in the distance. What? My eyes beg for me not to open them and I listen. I just need a few more hours of sleep. Thank you very much. Wake up. I'm awake, I'm awake. First thing I see is, after opening my eyes, is Wadsworth standing with his arms crossed in a rather irritated expression. He's wearing a more casual outfit this time. Quite the change, I must say. I was used to seeing him in his armor. "You done taking your nap, what? We don't have all day." I slowly stand up from my sleeping spot. My muscles feel a little sore, but this was a very needed nap. "You're a mess. Aren't you a sweetheart? I just needed a place to sleep." "I don't care. Follow me." As blunt as always, Wadsworth doesn't explain anything to me and just orders me to follow him. He takes me to a spot on the courtyard in which a few trees are surrounding what seems to be a training ground. It looks improvised, though, as if it was just made. A few metal and wooden swords are stuck on the ground. The dwarf stops in front of 2 wooden swords and tosses me one of them. And just like that, he proceeds to take off his shirt. What is up with guys in shirts today? First thing my eyes land on is his massive chest. It looks firm and muscular. And you can say the same for his impressive biceps and overall arms. The only non-muscular part of his body is his abdomen. Instead of a six-pack, the wolf has a cute-looking belly. Taking a closer look, I can clearly notice that his fur is quite large, covering his neck area, making it look extra fluffy. Wow, I never thought I would ever call Wadsworth fluffy. In a swift motion, he grabs the other sword and takes a few swings before setting it back on the ground. "You should really thank the king for this. I was going to make you work in a fang, but he insisted for this little training spot to be created. The servants worked all morning on it." His tone of voice is clearly accusatory, as if he is trying to make me feel guilty. But do I have to remind you that it was the king's idea to make me his retainer in the first place? Still, a little knot forms in my stomach as I remember yesterday's explosion. The king's being really nice to me, yet I feel like something odd is going on, and Wadsworth clearly shares such thought. No, it's useless to be thinking of this. Put it together, Ellie. And don't give him the satisfaction to know that this is affecting you. I mutter some words of encouragement to myself before smiling back at Wadsworth. A normal and blunt smile. No guilt here. Then I'll make sure to thank the king later. He grunts at that and doesn't continue with the conversation, so I do the same. I think it's better if I don't rile him up. After all, it's highly likely that he'll be the one hitting me with a sword soon enough. Have you ever used a sword? Can't say I have. Not even with your friends as a kid. Well, I didn't have the most normal childhood. Let's leave it at that. He starts ignoring my comment completely. Then turns around and begins to draw a circle in the dirt. Once he's done, he signals me to come to him. Stand inside that circle. Why? Just do as I say. What? Get your ass here. And lose a shirt. You'll thank me later. I feel like a little kid being scolded by his dad. So, now wishing to delay the inevitable, I decide to question him no more. Once I'm ready, he kicks one of my legs, spreading them lightly. Spread your legs and place your dominant feet in front, while the other one behind. And do not touch the circle. Do as I tell you in the space you were given. The circle is just big enough for me to take half a step. He nods lightly as he sees me do what he asks. Good, that'll be enough. Now squat a little and point the sword upward in whichever arm positioning you find the most comfortable. I decide to give it a try, grabbing the sword with my 2 hands and placing it in between my legs. At least this is what comes naturally to me. But I do so the wolf doesn't speak a word, he just looks at me intensely. Not the most graceful stance, but it'll do. Memorize this stance. What? This will be your base fighting form. The one you come back to. In easier words, your safe space. After he says that, the wolf takes a few steps away from me and grabs his own sword. He positions himself in front of me, readying up his own fighting stance, which, let's be honest, looks a lot more stable than mine. We'll start with simple blocks. I will swing my own sword towards you. I want you to try to deflect my hit. Try to use the middle part of the sword to connect with mine. Reason for that is mere balance. If I hit the edge, your sword may come off your hands. Same for the spot closer to the handle. Besides, closer to the handle means closer to your hand. And I'm sure you don't want your fingers to be chopped off. Horizontal slashes are best blocked by a vertical positioned sword, and vice versa. For the rest, you'll figure it out. Get ready. I won't stop the swing if you fail, so you better learn fast. Without a warning, Roderick swings his wooden sword towards me. It was a horizontal slash, so I tried to block it by placing the sword vertically to my right, but it's no use, as he easily disarmed me by hitting the tip of my weapon and then carrying on until my own right arm stopped the hit. I hiss and grunt quite loudly as I feel like my arm may fall down at any moment. Be quicker. You need to react, don't think. Easy for him to say, he's not the one getting his ass beat. Despite the pain, I readied myself up for his next attack, which comes faster than I expected and has the exact same result as the previous one. Hit after hit after hit, Roger continues his class until I eventually manage to pick up his pace, blocking most of his hits. Luckily for me, he does stop when he notices that I block properly, because I'm pretty sure that he could easily break my defense if he tried to. Before I notice, a few hours pass us by. We spent the entire afternoon training, or what he considers as training. I see it more as a beating. Although, to be honest, I learned a thing or two. That'll be good enough for you. You'll just miss what. The knight finally relaxes his stance, throwing his sword to the side. I watch him walk all the way to one of the benches, sitting there with a loud thud. For real? He raises his eyebrows and looks back at me, silently asking me if I wanted to continue the abuse, to what I silently deny with the head. Just as he says that, I drop to the ground. My legs feel like noodles, and my arms are about to give up. I look up to the red sky, breathing heavily as I try to calm my fast beating heart. I can also hear Roderick breathing heavily on the other side of the field. Lifting my head a little, I can see his back on full display, and the massive scar on it. It has the shape of an X, and it looks like a mark made by hot metal. I should know, as I've seen countless of cows marked just like that. Besides, no sword wound looks that clean. But why would someone do that to him, and how? I mean, it's not exactly my problem, and I should stay away from this wolf. He's not the most approachable guy. But I'm so curious, though. Well, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Hopefully I won't die. So with that in mind, despite my better judgment, I decide to stand up from the dirt, clean up a little, and then walk towards the bench he's sitting on. Once I reach it, I take it to the spot to his left. He lifts his gaze towards me, probably wondering what the heck I'm doing. I don't say a word, giving him the chance to give the first step. What are you still doing here, What? I told you, you can leave. Yeah, I know, I'm just catching my breath. His eyes lock with mine for a second. Yeah, as well as I remember. As He soon loses interest, though, looking away. Suit yourself. An awkward silence soon ensues. The big wolf keeps on checking this wing of his expression seems lonely, and some could even call it sad. He doesn't even bat an eye on me, which proves that this was a dumb idea, and I don't even know how to start a conversation with him. I sighed deeply, standing up from my spot and then turning around, ready to leave him alone. But as I'm about to leave, he calls, dragging my attention back to him. Today's training was okay. You're not as useless as you look, so expect to say tomorrow. What? What? Is he actually complimenting me? Thanks. That's all I managed to say, as I wasn't expecting him, of all people, to say something nice. Well, somewhat nice. He still insulted me somehow. He doesn't respond afterwards, though. He's clearly done with this conversation, so I take it as my cue to leave. Putting my shirt on, I walked to the end of the backyard, reaching out the hallway from where I came. Standing by the entrance of it, there was a very large-looking maid. She's definitely the tallest woman that I've ever seen, and one of the sexiest for sure. As she keeps her curvy and feminine front. I mean, my boat may not be directed that way, but I do not know how to appreciate beauty when I see it. Her eyes are emotionless and are currently looking into the distance. When she notices me, her red orbs turn toward me. She gets closer to the point that I can properly notice the height difference between us. She's one head taller than me, if not more. Good morning, Master Ellie. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. The tall woman gracefully bows in front of me, making me feel a little embarrassed. No one has ever called me Master while being serious. Just that one time with... Never mind. Yeah, it's a pleasure. Ruby, sir. That is my name. Why? Ruby. Nice to meet you. I wait for her to say anything else, but she just looks at me, her eyes examining me as if it was a weird specimen. Not the first one to do that in this castle. Need something, Ruby? She stops her skin and her eyes landing on mine. Crap, why is she making me so nervous all of a sudden? Yes, Master Ellie, my apologies. I should introduce myself first. I'm one of the princess's personal servants. She asked me to let you know that she will be waiting for you by the garden after the sunset. Huh? So the princess herself wants to meet me. I mean, yeah, sure, I wasn't doing anything anyway. I'll be there. Perfect then, she'll be pleased with your answer. Just one thing, Sir Ellie. The princess hates to wait, so make sure to be here in time. Did I make myself clear, sir? As she says that, her presence suddenly becomes heavy and suffocating. Is this some sort of spell? I've never felt anything like this before. My legs are trembling, and I can't control the urge to run away. Yes, ma'am. As soon as I say those words, the ambience returns to normal. I don't feel heavy, and my mind doesn't think my life is in danger anymore. Maybe I should ask Acalis about this later. I would recommend you to take care of yourself before meeting the princess. You stink, sir. With that said, she leaves my side. With that said, she leaves my sight. I still don't understand what really happened, but I better hurry. Wouldn't want to make the princess angry. And also, note to myself, do not get on her bad side. My legs are killing me, but somehow I managed to reach the hall to my room again. I should really hurry. Don't want to be late. Don't know what that maid would do to me if I am. Hello, sir. I hear a mumbled sound, but it's so faint that I can hardly notice it. I focus as best as I can, trying to sense it since if there was someone around here, but nothing. How odd, I could swear I heard a voice. Must be my imagination. Sir? There it is again. Where is this voice? A ghost? I turned around multiple times, just desperately trying to find the source of the voice. Mrs. Biscotti told me many stories of ghosts that haunt the castles of the nobles. Most of them are vengeful spirits that have some sort of unfinished business with the owner of the castle. Besides, I'm on the top of a tower separated from the rest of the castle. It's a perfect scenario for a ghost to be roaming around. Who are you? There's this guy here. Please leave me alone. I can feel the fur on my neck tense up. If there is a presence here with me, it is a very faint one. Where are you? Sir Ellie. By the goddesses. I fall right on my ass as my legs trip with one another. And look up and I can finally see the ghost. He has taken the form of a butler. Please, I beg you. I'm not the one you're searching for, I swear. Oh my, oh heavens. I'm so very sorry, Master Ellie. The little guy crouches beside me, and with his tiny hands he tries to lift me up. Upon close inspection, he doesn't look like a ghost at all. Besides, he is touching me, which is weird as ghosts have no bodies. How the hell did he do that? He came out of nowhere. I'm so very, very sorry, Master. This is all my fault. The guy seems to be a dog, more specifically a golden retriever, one of the tiny ones though, as most golden retrievers I've seen are quite tall. Who are you? Ah yes, sorry, it's my fault, I'm sorry. Ironically, the guy is trembling like crazy and he wasn't the one scared to death. I sigh, if we want to get anywhere, I need him to calm down. So I place my hands on his shoulders, trying to act calmly. Hey, it's okay, buddy. No harm done. Please, who are you? It takes him a while to calm down, but eventually he starts trembling. My name is, Zach, sir. Nice to meet you, Zach. Tell me, who are you? Tell me, why are you here? The little guy is fidgeting as he looks away. He hasn't met my eye even once, and he seems really nervous to be around me. I'm a butler in training, sir. His Majesty has, assigned me to you, meaning I'll be your personal assistant from now on. So it's a pleasure to meet you, Master. Please forgive my ineptitude. He bows in front of me, making me worry for his back, as he bent a little too far. It's very good to meet you, Zach. Please calm down, it's okay. The little dog seemed to be a little more relaxed. See, for a moment there, I thought he would have a heart attack. The poor fella is a walking sack of nerves. Ah, sir, I almost forgot. You must take a bath. Excuse me? This guy might be more than I thought. What a way to tell me that I smell. I mean, it's not that bad, isn't it? I take a quick whiff to my pet. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I know. Please don't be offended, Master. You have an appointment with the princess, right? Honestly, I almost forgot about that. I should really be getting ready for that. I facepalm myself as I can't believe this horrible memory of mine. Sir, I already have your bath ready, please. Through this door. He points towards one of the 3 doors in this hallway. I was actually wondering what these were. Look at me. Seems like I'll have my own personal bathroom. I'll be right there. I'll be right here if you need anything. Please hurry. I follow his instructions and try to take the damn bath as fast as possible. I don't really want to anger that maid. I walked through that bath as fast as I could. I got in and out in a minute, washing up as best as possible while making myself decent for the meeting. The bath was really big and comfortable, but sadly I didn't get to enjoy it much. Anyway, now I finally reached the courtyard again. There I see the maid waiting by a three and a girl with her back turned to me, so I can't really see her face. I walk slowly towards them, not wanting to sweat my clothes all over again. The sun has set fully by now, and the stars begin to shine bright up in the sky. There are some fireflies flying around in the bushes and the grass, giving the environment a certain mystical aura. Ruby is gracefully standing still under the tree. Meanwhile, the princess is just humming a song as she looks up to the sky. She stops as she stops as soon as she notices my presence. Greet, you're late. I try to greet her, but she interrupts me before I can properly say a thing. She then turns around, and now I can properly see her. My first thought was intense. Everything about her gives me that feeling. From her red hair to her red eyes, then her expression as her whole body language. All about this girl is screaming danger to me. This isn't like what Ruby did. I don't feel like running. But for some reason, I just know I need to be careful around her. Is that him, Ruby? She lifts her chin, a clear sign that she thinks herself superior to me. Indeed, my lady. This is Master Ellie, your grandparents' new retainer. Goddesses, he did it again. And I thought one peasant was more than enough. Yeah, this is the exact way I imagine a royal to be. Elitist, self-centered, and rude. You, where do you hail from? It takes me a while to notice that she is talking to me. So far, she has acted as if I wasn't even there. I'm a citizen of Yagnia, my lady. I will never understand what my grandpa sees in you. All of his retainers are nothing but misfits. She must be speaking of Icarus, Roderick, and Almond. I wonder what she means to me. Those guys look fairly normal. Or somewhat normal. And here I thought he would finally bring a noble to the island. I've been so bored. She sighs deeply, placing one of her fingers on her forehead. Meanwhile, Ruby just rubs her back, consoling her apparently. I'm sorry, I'm not what you were expecting, my lady. I must take my leave then. Her expression suddenly changes, turning a lot more aggressive than before. Yes, that is possible. How dare you? You can't excuse yourself before I say so. Don't you have any manners? She walks closer to me and then slaps my cheek. I wink a few times, not sure what the heck just happened. No, wait, I do know what happened. She's crazy. Well, it doesn't matter. You'll have to do. Sir Ellie, answer this question. Do you know how to play Save the Queen? Does she mean the kids' game? Gee, that makes me wonder how old this girl is. No, wait, if what the king said is right, she is older than me. Yes, I do know how to play. Good. Then you'll suffice. You're better than the servants, as they always let me win. Sorry, what? You will play with me when you're done with your training. Shit, not another compromise. I have enough on my plate as it is. My princess, you honor me, but I'm sure there must be someone better qualified than me. I say, trying to find my way out of this. There's no one on this island, so as long as you're my only option, you shall play with me. Ah, yes, I would love to, but if I may, how about Icarus? He's way smarter than me. I bet he'll be a better challenger. No, he won't do. He bores me to no end. His face is lame. She stubbornly says, not trying to hide the fact that she dislikes the wolf. How about Emma then? I'm sure he would be thrilled to play with your majesty. No, he's always trying to hide something, and I don't trust him. She turns her head to the side, crossing her arms, making me sigh. And what about Sir Roderick? I'm sure that a captain would be a very good player. After all, the game is a war strategy game, isn't it not? No, Roderick's no good either. He would let me win, as he always does. Seems to me that there is no way out of this. I'll be forced to play with her no matter what I do. So I just sigh and decide to comply. All right then, I shall play with you, my lady. May I excuse myself now? Yes, you may. I'll be sending Ruby for you tomorrow, same as always. No, Waldron is no good either. He would let me win, as he always does. Seems to me that there's no way out of this. I'll be forced to play with her no matter what I do. So I just sighed and decided to comply. All right then, I'll still play with you, my lady. May I excuse myself now? Yes, you may. Also, I'll be sending Ruby for you tomorrow, same as today. Don't be late again. I'm certain her loud scream has been heard from all over the castle. How does Ruby put up with her? Then I'll see you later, my princess. She offers me her hand and stays quiet. I tilt my head, unsure of what to do. Go on, kiss my hand, Ellie. Do you really know nothing of manners? Ah, yes, my apologies. I lean forward, giving her soft hand a kiss. I managed to catch the scent of roses, meaning that she probably took a bath recently. Does that mean that she prepared herself for this meeting? Off we go then. I'll respond nothing to that. All I do is bow lightly, trying to not get slapped again. I enter my room after the longest day of my life. I flop onto the bed. My whole body is aching for some rest, and I'm going to give it what it wants. Oddly enough, this room feels like a safe haven where I won't be bothered any longer. The only place I can call my own in this goddess forsaken island. See, today was a longer day than I was expecting. Atlas's class was quite interesting. I learned a lot of things from him, and I got to know him a little better by doing so. Which is great, I guess. And the whole magic explanation was wonderful. I would have never thought people could do such wonderful things. But still, there are so many things that can be done wrong too. My father gives me too many bad memories. Still, he's a grand master of the library. That's really impressive. No wonder he's so serious all the time. But I know there was something else in there. After all, he tried to explain everything to me as best he could. And he's kind, on his own weird way. Talking about kind, Almond really is something else. That guy is a complete mystery, always acting nice and dandy, but I never felt like he was honest with me. He avoided my questions and he didn't even teach me a thing. He just said he wanted to know me, but why? Besides just the fact that he tried to quote me today. What was his deal? Hitting on me like that out in the open. Such a pervert. I think it's better if I don't give it much thought. I just need to pay real close attention to him. Maybe that way I'll figure out what his deal is. And lastly, Waldrick. A real pain in the ass since I got here. The guy clearly doesn't want me here, and it's highly likely that he was forced to give me that class. Oddly enough, it was a very good one. I mean, it did hurt, but I bet he could have gone a lot harder on me if he wanted to. The wolf clearly has the muscle to break my arm easily, but I ended up learning a thing or two, and I kinda liked it. I sighed, leaning onto my pillow, which already has some of my smell attached to it. I wonder if this bed will end up smelling as me. I don't want to admit it, but as fancy as it looks, I'm still a prisoner. The king says he wants me to be his retainer, but I refuse to believe he's doing this out of the kindness of his heart alone. He must have a reason, so I should try and figure it out. I won't be safe as long as they make me remain in the dark. The one who remains in the dark. That dream. It felt so real, I thought I had forgotten about it, but suddenly it all came back to me. Must be my brain playing tricks on me. Wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. After all, I'm terrified of what will come tomorrow. So we met a lot of new characters today. We got to meet Zach, who is a butler in training. He will be Ellie's assistant, and we got to meet Ruby, who is the princess's assistant, and we got to meet the princess herself. Very entitled, rude, and always expecting people to respect her. Well, as a princess, so she does deserve respect, but they love the they love it when they make people go overboard with it, like with respect, like when she slapped Ellie, and at the end where she made him kiss her hand. Being royalty, they get away with a lot of stuff. So Roderick, he actually complimented Ellie on his performance during practice. Ellie did okay, so he got some approval from Roderick. If he keeps up with the practice and betters himself, then I think Roderick will approve him even more, and I think the relationship between Ellie and Roderick will grow to where it's not hostile no more, but hopefully it won't be so hostile, but instead be more cordial. It seems to be cordial enough as it was during that practice. And Almond, he seemed to be nice, but he's kind of perverted, groping Ellie while he was teaching him how to shoot a bow. So I made a choice for Ellie to stop Almond from doing that any further. Now, I've seen some other people online who decided for Ellie to do nothing and just let Almond grope him some more. So you want to look at that option, you can watch their videos, or you can download the VN and see that for yourself. So we'll continue with chapter 1 next time. Thank you all very much for watching. Bye.